Welcome to our class assembly. Today we'll be sharing information that can help everyone, young, old and all those in between. It is something we've been working really hard to not only understand, but to also implement in ourselves and our daily lives.
Our assembly is called ARC. This stands for Activating Resilience and Coping. Resilience can be confusing for some, but we like to think of this as a bounce back ability, the ability to keep on going no matter what happens.
Coping is also to do with our feelings, understanding that our feelings are nothing but what we try and do to stop them. In these sessions we have learned how to accept our feelings, even the uncomfortable ones, and how to cope with them in a constructive way.
Nothing ever goes right for me. I got all the answers wrong again. I'm so stupid. Everyone else can do this. I give up. I can't believe I forgot to bring my letter in again. I'm going to be in so much trouble.
I'm late again. My brother always makes me late. I wish I didn't have to wait for him. Now I'm going to have to walk into class with everyone staring at me, and I will have to mess with my mug. I can't do this anymore.
I can guess that many of us have felt like this at times, both in class and when we are doing things in our general life. When we are feeling like this, we get to make a choice. We may not have control over our feelings, but we do have control over how we cope with them and the behaviour that results.
I'm just not good enough. I'm rubbish.
Now for the science bit. Resilience is the ability to bounce back after challenges and tough times. For children, challenges and tough times include experiences like starting a new school or nursery, moving house, or welcoming a new sibling into the family. They can also include serious experiences like being bullied, family breakdown, family illness, or death. Children build resilience over time through experience. You can help your child learn skills and develop resilience by having a warm, supportive relationship with them and by listening and understanding their feelings without them being judged.
Children who are resilient can recover from setbacks and get back to living their lives more quickly. And when children overcome setbacks and problems, it builds their confidence and helps them feel more capable the next time a problem comes up. Resilient children are often good at solving problems and learning new skills. This is because they're more willing to try again, even if things don't go the way they want to the first time.
And when things don't go well and children feel anxious, sad, disappointed, afraid or frustrated, resilience helps them understand that these uncomfortable emotions usually don't last forever. They can experience these emotions and know they'll be okay before too long. Resilient children are less likely to avoid problems or deal with them in unhealthy ways, like getting defensive or aggressive or even intentionally hurting themselves or others. Resilient children are also more likely to have better physical and mental health than children who struggle to be resilient.
Let you push me past the breaking point.
At times, it may seem that we are ruled by emotions. The choices we make, the actions we take, and the perceptions we have are all influenced by the emotion we are experiencing at any given moment. Psychologists have also tried to identify the different types of emotions that people experience. A few different theories have emerged to categorize and explain how people feel.
Psychologist Paul Ekman discovered 6 basic emotions that were universally experienced in all human cultures. The emotions he identified were happiness, sadness, disgust, fear, surprise and anger. He later on expanded the list of basic emotions, adding things such as pride, shame, embarrassment and excitement.
Psychologist Robert Plutchett put forth a wheel of emotions that works something like a colour wheel. Emotions can be combined to form different feelings, much like colours can be mixed to create other shades. According to this theory, the more basic emotions act something like building blocks, more complex. Sometimes mixed emotions are blending to form more basic ones. For example, basic emotions such as joy and trust can be combined to create love.
We will now go into more detail on just a few more of the basic emotions. Our body has a way of showing us and others how we are feeling. We will include a few general details on this, but it is very individual.
Often the feeling or emotion that everyone strives to achieve. Many people think that it's things that will make them happy, but it is much more complex than that. It is very individual, ideal, and what it takes to achieve it is dependent on the person. For one person, being surrounded by people increases their happiness, but others are happier when they're alone. Facial expressions such as smiling, body language such as relaxed stance, tone of voice and upbeat way of speaking.
Like other emotions, sadness is something that all people experience from time to time. In some cases, people can experience prolonged and severe periods of sadness that can turn into depression. Sadness can be expressed in a number of ways, including crying, dampened mood, lethargy, quietness, withdrawal from others. Fear is a powerful emotion that can also play an important role in survival. When you face some sort of danger and experience fear, you go through what is known as the fight or flight response. Your muscles become tense and your heart rate and respiration increase and your mind becomes more alert, priming your body to either run from the danger or stand and fight. Unfortunately, we can also feel this when there is only a perceived threat. When we fear something that isn't really going to attack us, the response is the same. This response helps ensure that you are prepared to effectively deal with threats in your environment. Expressions of this type of emotion can include facial expressions such as widening the eyes and pulling back the chin, body language, attempts to hide or flee from the threat, physiological reactions such as rapid breathing and heartbeat.
A sense of revolution can originate from another thing, including unpleasant taste, sight, or smell. Researchers believe that this emotion evolved from a reaction of foods that might be harmful or fatal. When people smell or taste foods that have gone bad, for example, disgust is a typical reaction. Body language, turning away from the object of disgust. Physical reactions such as vomiting or retching. Facial expressions such as wrinkling nose and curling the upper lip.
Anger can be a particularly powerful emotion characterized by feelings of hostility, agitation, frustration, and antagonism towards others. Like fear, anger can play a part in your body's flight or fright response. When a threat generates feelings of anger, you may be inclined to fend off the danger and protect yourself. Anger is often displayed through facial expressions such as frowning or glaring, body language such as taking a strong stance or turning away, tone of voice such as speaking gruffly or yelling, physiological response such as sweating or turning red, aggressive behaviour such as hitting, kicking or throwing objects.
Surprise is usually quite brief and is characterized by a physiological startle response following something unexpected. Surprise is often characterized by facial expressions such as raising the brows, widening the eyes and opening the mouth. Physical responses such as jumping back. Verbal reactions such as yelling, screaming or gasping.
feelings. Being able to name the emotion is one of the biggest steps we can take. This allows us to accept the emotion and then choose how we behave rather than react. It is important that we learn to talk about how we feel. Very often, if we share our feelings with someone we trust, it helps us manage them. Just being able to name the feeling often helps enormously.
Reframing of positive thinking involves identifying the helpful thoughts and stopping them in their tracks. We can also replace them with helpful thoughts. Reframing. This takes a lot of practice but can be very powerful.
Breathing is a natural bodily action that we rarely even think about. The only time we notice it is when we are struggling to breathe for whatever reason. We learnt about a technique called 7-11 breathing. This is where you breathe in for a count of 7 and then out for 11. This slows down your breathing, allows your heart to slow and your body to think that you are more relaxed. We are going to try it now, but an easier version. This is 3-5 breathing. When I say, you are going to breathe in for a count of 3 and then out for 5. Breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe normally now. The reason the out breath is longer is to slow bodily functions down and trick our brain into being calmer.
This has a huge impact on our emotion, which leads us on to behaviour. Always remember that thinking leads us to our feelings and behaviour, which can then feed back into our thinking. We need to stop negative self-talk such as, I'm stupid, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this. We write down this class by surrounding pictures of ourselves with the positive thoughts we and others have about us. This is part of well-being and involves you using your senses to bring you into the present moment. We have to find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch or feel, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. It helps to ground you and stop your thoughts focusing on the past or future. This is important as we can't change the past and the future hasn't happened yet. All of these things take practice, so none of them provide a quick fix to begin with. However, once you have understood and remembered to use them, they can be used very quickly.
Every human can build and maintain resilience with the correct help and support. We hope that we have not only given you something to think about, but also some tools how to manage your feelings and emotions on a daily basis. We thank you for listening so well and for taking part in our assembly.
Like a small world